Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens.
Oh! Yeah, what if we made our own language? That would be dope.
For whatever reason, I'm thinking about SpongeBob now.
Oh, I hate SpongeBob. I know. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rhinos and Aliens After Dark, episode 41. Bodie one, Big Toes. I'm sorry I had to let that out. We are the number one podcasting crew in Western New York. You know what it is. Simple as that. I'm making this intro a little bit fast because, I got to do what I got to do. But it is me, the Don Dada of all Dons. Hello.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And also, in front of me, I have...
Nature Boy.
Because you know what it is. You know what time it is. Simple as that. But before we start doing anything else, make sure you do these 3 steps real quick.
The 3 fingers.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Easy, simple, and sweet.
To the point, too.
Exactly. But
how was your week?
It was shit. But I'm making the best of it because I do what I got to do.
As we like to say, when God gives you shit, what do you make, Brody?
You make shit pie.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
You got to make it sweet somewhere in there.
Yeah, and then you fool people and say, yo, you're selling some chocolate pie, and then boom, you're making money off of the shit. Come on.
If that wasn't a great metaphor right there to tell you to just do what you got to do to get to where you want to be, it wasn't exactly that, but
yeah.
I'm just saying it.
You're in that mood.
I am. Today's that day, and I ain't got no sleep, but it's okay. Work was how was your week?
The best, since I've been using a lot of similes and metaphors, I want to just say the best way to describe it is I just realized today Pokemon Black and White turned 10 years old when I did not think it was nearly that old. So my week time is just non-existent right now.
Yeah.
In the negative.
Did you see the new Pokemon?
Which ones? The remake or the actual new one, Legends? Pokemon Legends.
Both.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Diamond and Sparkling Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feel about? Well, we can talk about it on the regular thing.
Yeah. We're getting to that.
Yeah. We have a videos game section?
Which is a great segue
because today, guys, if you guys don't know what this episode is, best believe I'm going to tell you real quick. This episode of Rhinos and Aliens After Dark is
updates for shout-outs, corrections. Mm-hmm. We actually got a couple of Buffalo news.
Yeah.
It's been a busy week politically. Music, entertainment, video games, business/finance, science, sports, covering NBA and a little bit of football. And we're going to cover UFC next week because when we're recording, it's just the timeline of UFC 259. We don't want to rush or do a fake, we know what happened when it was really a prediction type of thing. So we got you next week. But that is everything.
Guys, just like I said, we got quick, updated stuff.
First thing I want to shout out, because this is a little foreshadowing for a future, something we're going to talk about later. I just want to quote Dr. Seuss, where he said, the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you can go.
Bars.
That's some real shit, too.
Bars.
And the second thing, I want to shout out the states of Texas and Mississippi for officially lifting their state mask mandate and 100% opening all their businesses to full capacity. They become the 12th and 13th states in the country to do this. So slowly but surely, the country is getting back to as normal as it could be compared to pre-pandemic situations.
Yeah, I guess. I want to know why Texas said that they're taking away masks.
Because depending on which scientists you believe, masks don't help.
Oh.
And
like the whole Texas, though?
Yeah, the entire state.
Now, when people start getting COVID all over, just randomly.
But, bro, this is the thing. There's a difference from getting COVID, showing signs of getting COVID, and dying from COVID. Those are 3 different areas.
It is. It definitely is.
What if the news
Maybe they
starts
just-
saying 5 million people in the U.S. caught the code? Okay. How many of them died? Oh, 50 people. Okay. I'm going to get on with
true.
my life.
That's true.
I'm going to get on with my life.
This is true.
Yes.
Continuing on.
Continuing on, corrections. We did not. This is more so a mentioning / timing situation. Trae Young becomes the first player in NBA. Trae Young becomes the first player in the past 30 years to average over 25 points and 9+ assists and not make the All-Star.
That all goes to the marketing of the city he's in.
Yes, but I just want to point out Trae Young has been balling this year, and he became the Bradley Beal of last year for this year. Just wanted to show him some love because he is holding up like AI to where his small frame, I don't know how he's not getting injured, but he is doing his thing. And then the second thing,
It's a lot of people doing their thing and just not going to make it to the All-Star. It's because of the marketing. That's all.
yeah, that's
Because Dame Lillard technically should be a starter. Because if he was in... Somebody said, I think Stephen A. said it. He said if he was in New York, and he would get the shine he's supposed to get.
That is a valid point. I'm not going to disagree with you. Now, if we're talking about overall stats, there technically is a debate that Luka deserved his role. But if we're talking about strictly impact on the team and clutchness, then I would have to give it to Dame. But marketing, without a doubt, in that situation, bro. If Dame was just in a,
If he was just in a high market team,
but he would
well,
even
not Trailblazers is high market, but I think that they're high market just because of him and McClellan, though.
I would make the case if he was just with the Spurs, bro, who have this prestige, he would get more love than he does. It's the fact that he's in the market of Portland and Portland doesn't win championships.
Yeah.
That double whammy, it just doesn't help him.
Right.
And then the second correction is more so timing. Domantas Sabonis did actually replace KD like we predicted without actually knowing. You remember how the Pacers
Or forward?
the forward. You remember how you were basically saying, what if KD doesn't play because of his injury? And legit hours after we...
Yeah, I was about to say, I went home and seen that.
Yep.
Guys,
Well, that was a good prediction for us.
I does this.
Yes. For anybody wondering why the video released Saturday and we didn't mention that, well, because of timing.
I does this.
You do's this?
I does this.
Okay, French Donnie. Now moving to Buffalo news. If you guys didn't know, the cameras went live in all the speeding zones for 18 Buffalo schools this past Monday. So if you see any school, blinking light or no blinking light, either try to avoid that area
Or slow the fuck down.
yes, because
They are definitely on shit with that.
where they supposedly care about safety.
Supposedly.
And the second thing is, for the third year in a row, bro, Paramount is filming a new movie
In Buffalo.
/ Western New York. Yes. The third film has not been announced, but the previous two was a Quiet Place 2 in 2019 and then a Nightmare Alley in 2020.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Another Buffalo update. Guys, at the Galleria Mall, we actually have a new Buffalo Kids gallery.
what does that mean?
It's an art gallery.
Oh, cool.
Opened by Griselda Records.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is it officially?
Buffalo Zone. Yeah, they officially opened it today.
Oh, that's dope. That's funny because to go along with that, all Chipotle and all fast food type restaurants have officially been cleared to do in restaurant dining now. As well.
Okay.
So
That's
that might be a similar timing. That's why all that stuff.
That's cool. But I actually know a few of the people that actually is investor or owns it or something like that, I would say.
Okay, part of the investment.
Part of the investment. And it's just a great achievement, and it's a great accomplishment to see them get to where they are, I would say.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you
Meeting goals.
Exactly. Guys want to check it out. It's always optional. It's in the Galleria Mall, I believe it's the bottom floor.
It's
Called Buffalo Kids.
Which area? Middle, left, or right end?
I am actually not 100% sure because I have not been there yet.
Okay, well, you're not spreading false information, so I respect that. You could have easily been like, the left side.
Yeah.
when it's on the right side, and then
It depends on where you go in,
Perspective, too. Are we looking from the front or the back?
It all depends on which door you go through.
But if it's in the middle, then you just completely fucked up.
Yeah, but the mall has a lot of entrances.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is all hypothetical anyways because you didn't bullshit.
Buffalo Kids, go watch it. Go check it out.
Okay, guys, so this is, yes, the political, but this is the news, and we're being as unbiased as possible. So the first thing, Biden said that he hopes America might return to normal sometime by next year. Now, all I'm going to say is, you remember when everybody was saying just 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Now, it's getting to the point we might return
It all
next year.
depends on if everybody takes the vaccine. Also, if everybody does take the vaccine, what if we just never get back to normal because we're all zombies?
Well, the vaccine was made very quickly.
I'm just saying.
And what's the whole plot of I Am Legend?
Not only that, what's the whole plot of any zombie? A vaccine.
Yep. Specifically a vaccine that was rushed.
I'm just saying, guys, you guys turn into zombies. I've played many video games with zombies. I'm going to survive.
And this is another thing too, bro. What's the point of taking the vaccine if they still tell us to wear masks?
They're going to be a zombie with a mask on. You can't even bite us.
they're pre-prepping?
Mm-hmm. They're pre-prepping us this whole time.
The second thing is that the brother Kumo for CNN officially came out saying he will not interview his brother anymore with the whole sexual assault thing going on.
Mm.
So I just want to say that is what he should be doing. But furthermore, why wasn't he doing that during the whole COVID situation when he was joking around and all this other stuff? When there's bad press about your brother, you're doing the responsible thing. But when there's good press about your brother, you just forget about morals and ethics. Mm. Especially during a pandemic when people are technically dying and you are cracking jokes half of the interviews. The third thing, 6 Dr. Seuss books were officially, quote unquote, banned. They're no longer being published due to racist, quote unquote, racist imagery. And these 6 books are And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street, Scrambled Egg Super, On Beyond Zebra, The Cat's Quizzer, Mick Elegant's Pull, and If I Ran a Zoo. So I just thought that was...
Dr. Seuss books?
Yeah, 6 of them.
And
Due to quote-unquote racist imagery. That's, once again, that's a perspective thing. I'm not going to... But that's what it's being... That was what the Dr. Seuss company said the reasoning for.
okay.
That was the reasoning for the...
If you guys want to go check that out, you can try to do your research and actually try to do your research instead of...
No, thank you, bro. The next thing, the Senate officially voted to pass the $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill. In this bill, yes, $300 a week of unemployment will be paid by the government. And yes, $1,400 checks are being dispersed with the typical requirements of the previous 2. However, the minimum wage is not increasing. That was completely rejected.
False.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. Because it would have been more than doubling the federal minimum wage.
Yeah.
Which, depending on your perspective...
Increasing taxes also, considering they're giving us free money.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't realize. 1.9 trillion, 2.3 the previous. That money just isn't coming out of thin air.
Exactly. And I had to pay that back with my taxes. And it was completely and utterly shit.
Now, the last 2, Chinese court rules homosexuality can be called a mental disorder. The reason why I wanted to highlight this is because a lot of companies are very close to the Chinese government in terms of the market, especially the NBA. So,
This is true.
I'm just going to say, LeBron James, I wonder if any of us are going to hear him make any statement about this. But he'll come out whenever about anything else that has nothing to do with China.
It all depends on if the NBA lets them. You say the wrong thing and the NBA is actually against it, they actually do suspend you and fine you.
But this is my thing. LeBron James is
He is like kind of the face of the NBA right now. But
that's
at the
the
same
problem.
time, at the same time, he says anything outside of the way, he's still gonna get in trouble, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but
some type of way.
as he just came out against that one soccer player who said sports players shouldn't be political, and he came out and saying, I'm going to speak up against any wrong. Okay, you just came out saying you're going to speak up against any wrong. Where have you been about all the Muslims being enslaved in China? I haven't heard a peep. Where are you going to be now with China?
I mean, it also depends on if he's acknowledged of that to you.
Well, I would make the case he speaks up on a lot of debates where he doesn't do his research to the fullest.
Well, a lot of people don't, truthfully.
Amen. And the last thing, this is actually quite funny. Japan has asked China to stop supposedly probing their citizens when entering the country of China.
They're what?
Japan, the country, has asked China, the company, to stop supposedly probing their Japanese citizens when they enter the country.
Where are they, aliens? Sorry, guys. I had to throw that out there.
I thought that was a great way to end the political section.
Guys, I'm probing people or pegging.
If you haven't noticed, Rhinos and Aliens is not a big fan of China. So I'm just going to...
Wait. I like some Asians.
The government China. Not Chinese, the government.
You got me on that one.
Bro, this past year, last week we mentioned how they released a thing about they're going to do everything in their power to make their men more manly. You remember that? Manly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Now moving to music, there's a topic about streaming, and then we're going to get into the Billboard. So the first thing, streaming, U.S. paid streaming is at $7 billion for 2020. That increased 14.6%. U.S. streaming total, that's free and paid, that's $10.1 billion, which increased 13.4%. And the U.S. music industry increased a total of 9.2% to $12.2 billion. So ever since the pandemic, music is booming.
As it should.
And it makes sense with all the music being released, bro. People
are bored in a house.
Yeah.
Bored in a house and I'm in a house bored. Bored in a house and I'm in a house bored. Bored in a house and I'm in a house bored. I don't want to actually hit the bored in a house, bored in a house, bored in a house, bored.
Yo, did you just make that up?
No, that's a TikTok thing.
Oh.
I don't have TikTok, but I know it. Sorry.
I wanted to give you credit. I'm like, that was.
Sorry.
And now I just went along with a TikTok.
You did.
Moving on to the next topic. Morgan Wallen's Dangerous the Double album sits atop the album charts yet again for the 7th straight week. This is the country music star who said the N-word, supposedly, from the last time I mentioned.
This is true.
Yeah, so it's now officially 7 straight weeks at the top of the Billboard. And this is a country album, which, let that sink in.
Considering still, he said the N-word, supposedly.
Bro, you know what's even crazier? He hasn't been getting any radio play. He's only been getting these sales through streaming strictly and album sales, nothing else. So he's somehow doing this with a lack of coverage.
Which is crazy because Tekashi 6ix9ine has been doing the same thing. He hasn't been getting any radio play.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it because he's controversial, or is it...
People just don't want to play his music.
The sad part is he does have hype music.
He does, but once again, people literally just don't play his music, and still he's at like top of the charts.
Yeah, streaming has completely changed the game.
Yeah.
In every sense.
Streaming, YouTube. His YouTube, he dropped a video recently, and one day it went over 10 million.
Yeah, bro.
And
his videos
that's within hours.
His videos after months get hundreds of millions of views.
Yeah, and
he's smart.
Ridiculous.
He picks the right cover art and he gets bad females.
Yeah,
in the videos.
And he also creates drama to attract people in it.
See, he's a perfect example. He's a great marketer.
Yeah.
I don't like him, but I have to respect his hustle.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's literally the only thing. But a lot of people just don't like him.
But it's one thing when you let your dislike for somebody impede your judgment of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Now moving to entertainment, bro. Okay, I'm just going to dive through this shit. So, the time travel comedy Hi Mom was the top global and international leader again, where it grossed 53.2 million, and it's now at 744 total. By the way, basically all of this is in China alone. 744. This makes it the third biggest title ever in the Middle Kingdom, right behind Neza and Wolf Warrior 2. It surpassed Avengers Endgame and The Wandering Earth. In addition, China's other New Year smash, Detective Chinatown 3, added another 20 million to where its total is now 667, and it just surpassed Avengers Endgame. So it's the fifth highest earner in China.
Sheesh.
And just to put this in perspective, where China is in terms of being independent, now all 5 top films in China are Chinese, and only one of the top 10 films are American, and that's Avengers Endgame. So just a couple years ago, we had 2 films in the top 5, and we had 4 or 5 films in the top 10. Now it's 0 and 1, just to show you where Hollywood needs to adapt to a certain degree, to where we are starting to rely on China too much, but China, as the numbers are proving, doesn't need Hollywood anymore.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yo, did you hear about Avatar Studios?
No.
Okay, so the launch of Avatar Studios with co-creators Mike and Brian is official.
Okay.
This means that the fantastic universe of Avatar: The Last Airbender will expand into new series, into short-form content, spin-offs, and theatrical films. And I just want to emphasize this. This is not the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender, and this is not the live-action Netflix TV show. You know why? Because every project releasing through Avatar Studios is going to at least be executively produced by the creators Mike and Brian. So
we actually gonna have like an actual
yes,
remake or continuation.
Yes.
So what's on Netflix? Is that by Mike and
initially, but they quit because they said they went through a full year of development where Netflix and other people involved in the project kept clashing with what they wanted to do with a live action. And one example is that they
did the second part where is that by? That's what I'm asking.
You're talking about The Legend of Korra.
Yeah, is that by Mike and...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But
so
that was
they could
also
do a spin-off off of that.
Yes, but that was also released by Paramount and Nickelodeon, so they were directly involved.
Okay.
And the hope is that they're going to release some adult series because Avatar: The Last Airbender was for kids.
Right.
The Legend of Korra was for teenagers.
Right.
And now the audience is the people who started with Avatar, like us. We were kids when that released.
Right.
Now, what are we, bro? We're adults.
We're adults.
So there's a lot of theories going along that one of the series that's going to come out of this new studio is an adult version of the show, which if they make it anime style could be great.
Yeah, it could be. There'll be a lot of sexual puns, I'm pretty sure, too.
Technically speaking, there was a lot of low-key sexual puns in the first 2 series. They just made it very sly.
Yeah, like subtle.
Yes, exactly. I'm just excited because I love this universe, and it's too much of a coincidence that the moment that the creators quit the Netflix show, this happens. And another way to look at it, when the live action film was released, and it basically took no inspiration from the show and any guidance from the creators, what did they do? They came out and created The Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
Netflix basically fucked them.
Legend of Korra is actually amazing. It's actually amazing.
I don't know what I love more, the actual fight-wise, the best, at least for American animation, the best fight scenes I've ever seen in an American animated show.
Yeah.
And
they actually use like actual like movement. It seems like
they do
fighting movement.
They do, bro. All 4 elements are based off of an actual martial art. The second last thing is that the Brits took home 10 Golden Globe Awards, or 40% of the awards for the Golden Globes. I just wanted to mention that. If you guys are interested, look up any sort of number of your favorite actors, and you'll be surprised how many of them are Brits. You'll be surprised. Some people who you've only ever
Idris
seen.
Elba.
Yeah.
Never knew. Well, I didn't know, but
Yeah. Well, there's
for
a
a
lot.
while I didn't.
There's a lot of people, bro, where I've only ever seen them speak with an English accent in films, and then I watch
Spider-Man.
I watch an interview.
Yeah, and out of nowhere. Yeah.
Wait, am I hearing? I've seen 7 films with this person in it, and not once did he ever have anything but an American accent. And you're telling me
I
he's
didn't know
British?
Spider-Man was. I was like, whoa.
Yo, both Spider-Mans, Andrew Garfield and
Oh yeah, that is right.
dude. When I found that out, we're not even gonna talk
Mine
about it.
was blown.
Dude, you motherfuckers. And by the way, this is after the Brits bagged 25% of the nominations. So 25% of the nominations, 40% of the wins. Now moving into Space Jam: A New Legacy. Let me read you this bio, bro, and tell me this does not sound fire. Officially, it's been announced that A New Legacy includes cameos from The Matrix, Mad Max, DC, and Casablanca franchises, where LeBron James and his son traveled through the Warner 3000 Entertainment Spider-Verse, while AIG Rhythm tries to steal LeBron's Instagram followers.
What?
Does that not sound like... That
Legit?
sounds like a legit Looney Tunes film.
They're trying to steal his Instagram followers? That's hilarious. That part is hilarious, but it's a little corny. But it does pull it into...
Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Wow.
But bro, we need to emphasize Matrix, Mad Max, and DC franchises. So there's supposedly going to be cameos of those characters in this film.
We're going to see Donald Duck as Batman. That's going to be hilarious.
And Bugs Bunny would probably be Superman, right?
Yeah, I think Donald Duck, he always did like Batman cameo. He always did. He always had like he put the little mask on. And
They called him something else though. Yeah. But yes, the influence was Batman.
It's hilarious. I think Bugs was Superman. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. But I heard the animations are like
they're 3D, bro.
They're recent Looney Tunes though. They're not like how Looney Tunes was. Because they kind of sexualized Lola back then. But now,
great segue.
They completely took it away.
Yeah, bro.
Lola Bunny isn't sexy.
Well, the last thing I wanted to say, plus Lola Bunny no longer looks like an empowered, sexualized character.
Yeah.
They took that away, guys.
And you know what's so crazy? Because she's playing basketball, I didn't mind because she looked like a modern WNBA player with the sleeve and how the shorts and the shirt was. And then people start pointing out some stuff. And low-key, they're right. Her face doesn't look as pretty as it was. She no longer has tits. If you look, bro, she looks flat-chested.
But that's the thing. If you watch the new Looney Tunes, they're like that. And it's because they took away a lot of stuff. The new Looney Tunes... We used to talk about... I think like one of our videos, we talked about the updated Looney Tunes.
Yeah, no guns now.
Yeah, no guns, no violence. All of the sexual stuff is out. I mean, like, they took Looney Tunes away from...
So what you're saying, if they did that for the TV show, they were obviously...
Might as well. Yeah, like, it's only right.
It's only consistent. I wouldn't say it's...
Well, it's not right. Yeah, that is true. But you got to keep the consistency.
No,
that's the only thing we can respect. It's the only thing we can respect out of it.
I hate you, but I respect what you said.
See? Like you always say, it's consistency. And they're very consistent. We hate you for it, but...
Well, to be fair, I didn't know that about the TV show. I knew about the violence and the guns. I did not specifically know about the sexualization. But if that is the case, then yeah. If they did that for the show, they were definitely going to do that for the film.
Yeah. It still sucks, though. It sucks because a lot of the characters that we know of is not going to be the same.
Yeah.
Especially if you haven't been watching the new Looney Tunes, like the new version.
Yeah.
The new generation, I should say. And if you haven't, then you're just not going to be you're not going to be happy with it.
And my thing is, too, somebody pointed this out. Why doesn't... Like, she was known for this curvy, voluptuous body, right?
Yeah.
Instead of changing her character, why don't you change how the other characters react to her? Because you can make the case that what made her quote-unquote sexualized in past incarnations wasn't her itself.
It was how the Bugs Bunny will react when she walked in with
or
certain
even Daffy Duck in some cases.
Yeah.
And that's what changes everything. Because, bro, to be consistent, it's also hypocritical when we're bragging about Cardi B revealing and showing off all her curves and humps. Yet then when we go to animation, we're taking literally all of that away.
I don't understand it, bro. They're doing so much around the world to make it seem like everything is okay, and it's just not. You know, when I got off of work today, I was reading something, and they're trying to take away boy and girl sections in stores
For the toys.
And
I've read that.
and it's like
I completely forgot.
and it's like, why? And then they're trying to like make it sex neutral. We are men, and there are women.
And men naturally go towards certain things.
Exactly, that girls don't. And I understand that they're trying to do it for the people who are like transgending or whatever.
Genders.
Transgenders. I understand that, but at the same time, men are men and women are women. Why would you put? To me, I just don't understand why would they put that.
But this is also going back to the whole sexualization with Lola Bunny. We're focusing too much on one thing instead of looking at the bigger picture. We're focusing on the whole, we don't want people to be judged for playing with girl toys, right?
Right.
Well, instead of trying to change boy and girl toys, how about you just change the culture of if a boy wants to play with a girl toy or if a girl wants to play with a boy toy, it's not a problem.
Right. Instead of
saying boy toys and girl toys don't exist because
technically they have to. They're kind of a little bit.
No, like using an example, why do you think over 90% of mechanics are men? It's not because men are better at being a mechanic than women. Maybe it's because men. I'm not one of those men, but men are just naturally, I like that loud noise. I like tinkering with this and that.
Yeah, I like getting my hands dirty. I like messing with the metal. I like putting metals and stuff together. I like it's just natural. It's also how they're raised too sometimes.
While women, there's a reason why 90% of them go into nursing because they are just more socially emotional beings to where they actually care. On average, right?
Yeah,
they actually care about taking care of these people. They want to help.
Exactly.
When the average man, do we want to really be doing that bullshit? Quote unquote bullshit. Sometimes.
No.
But as it...
And I don't know if you read it, but the one toy they was trying to really like make into a neutral was Mr. Potato Head.
Yes.
I mean, it got canceled, thankfully.
Well, technically... Mr. Potato Head is still called Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head at the bottom of the box, but the top box no longer
says Potato Head. Yeah.
Yes.
And it just is.
Bro, if we can't say that a potato that has a mustache and masculine qualities is a Mr., and then a potato that has lipstick and long hair and feminine qualities is a Mrs., I don't know what we're doing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Because my thing is with that, they're trying to make it okay to just say
whatever.
Yeah. And it's fine. Like, it's okay. You can do whatever you want. It's your body, whatever. If you're a man, but you think you're a female, that's okay. That's totally fine. But my thing is, we as human beings have to know
the difference
from that's a man and that's a woman.
And by the way, this is going back to the society. If you are a man and you want to be a woman or dress up like a woman, that's okay.
Yeah.
But to say you are not a man at all, that's where it gets confusing for so many reasons.
And also for like kids growing up.
But that's what a lot of people are getting mad about. Why do you think it's toys, bro? Why do you think it's Cartoon Network? Because if they get the kids, then the kids believe this and they grow into this lifestyle, and that's where shit gets funky.
Yeah, because then their generation is going to teach their next generation about it, and then it's just going to continue.
There's conspiracy theories for a reason. So now we're getting into video games, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I want to state, BioWare's Anthem 2.0 / Anthem Next update has officially been canceled. So Anthem, in terms of any future updates, is dead, and the likelihood of the game itself existing for much longer is at least anything after a year. You guys are pushing it if you want to play that game. So if you want to play that game, play it sooner rather than later, because since it's an all-server game, it will no longer exist the moment they decide to shut down the servers.
Because there was supposed to be a few updates that are
To fix.
to fix it, but not also that, but expansion packs. That's what it was. Also, expansion packs that was supposed to come, and
And
just
they
never released it.
Yep.
And that's crazy because I actually did like Anthem when it first came out, and then
But you said it got boring.
it just got boring. But right after that, they were supposed to have something come out, like an expansion pack come out,
And it never did.
and it never did, and the game just died.
Yeah, bro, it's been 2 years where they were supposed to release a expansion pack with like after 6 months or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
And so,
The first expansion pack did come,
but
it was like nothing crazy.
I'm talking about like the first story, the expansions they were talking about were supposed to be everything.
They had like a big one, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the game. The gameplay is amazing. The graphics is amazing. The storyline of it was pretty cool.
It had potential.
Yeah, it did. But I guess that just all depends on the developers.
And the publisher of EA too.
Yeah.
And like you said, bro, you were talking hella shit about it, but you weren't the only one. So EA is looking at this from a financial perspective. It has such bad will. We've already gone 2 years without a major expansion. What's the point?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, segueing into Dragon Age 4, because of the development with Anthem, Dragon Age 4's development has seen a major pivot where it is completely ditching its multiplayer-centric design. So if you're a multiplayer person, you're disappointed. But if you're a single-player person or a person who loves BioWare for their actual narratives, this is technically a win. So I thought that was interesting. And furthermore, EA has officially announced that they are giving their developers more leeway for creating games that they want to create with the success of Star Wars Fallen Order. So that's a slight win for the critical and artistic, I would say.
That's pretty cool. That's dope.
Now, going to Sony, Sony officially removed their movie and TV purchase / rentals from the PlayStation Store to focus on gaming,
Okay.
which I would say is actually
This is
smart.
actually dope.
Yes. PlayStation exclusives received 38% of all nominations for the BAFTA Game Awards. They had a total of 41, bro. And this is the crazy part. The Last of Us Part 2 had 13 of them alone, which is a BAFTA record. And the BAFTA Awards have been around for 16, going on 17 years now. And Ghost of Tsushima had 10. The new Spider-Man had 7. So Sony was just
Just out there, just collecting awards.
collecting nominations.
Nominations, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But the way Last of Us has been getting Game of the Awards,
Yeah,
they're-
definitely.
I would be shocked if it wins anything less than 5, especially for their performances and graphic nominations.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like you said, for a PlayStation 4, can you please tell me this? How is that a PlayStation 4 game and it looks better than some of these quote-unquote only PlayStation 5 games?
If they do an update, I'm definitely replaying that game. If they do a
Bro, do you-
PlayStation 5 update,
Do you remember the difference in the update from Last of Us PlayStation 3 to Last of Us PlayStation 4? Can you...
if they do an update, bro. They did a God of War 4 update or
Bro, but
God
that's
of War
not
update.
That's not even an official Spider-Man. You know how they remastered Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That was
they just updated the game.
Yeah, they didn't do a remaster.
That's what I'm saying.
But can you
They
imagine
do that on Last of Us 2, bro. I'm re-downloading that game. I have it on my PlayStation,
Yeah.
or technically on my profile, I would
Yes,
say.
your account. Yeah.
Yeah. So all I gotta do is just re-download it
Dude, but
and then update it.
that's an excellent point though, because God of War was just, it wasn't remastered. It was just updated to officially
PlayStation 5.
Well, it was officially updated to fully take advantage of PlayStation 5 with the resolution and the frame rates to where it's 4K
Now it's 60 frames per second.
at 4K.
Yes, sir.
And bro, that slight difference, even though they didn't actually
Makes a lot. And it's crazy because I've played.
You played the entire game?
I played like PlayStation 4 games on the PlayStation 5, You can tell the difference.
But you remember with the PlayStation 4 Pro, you had to either decide, do you want the 4K resolution or you want the 60 frames? Now, at least the initial PlayStation 5 games and the PlayStation 4 games that are getting updated.
They have both.
And bro, and this is the crazy part too. If you could see with Spider-Man, not only does it have both, but because it's a remaster, they actually updated the graphics as best as they could for the amount of time. So it's an even bigger difference.
I love it. If they do it, I'm definitely downloading it.
Sony, congrats to you. And the last thing, Bloomberg revealed details about an upcoming Switch revision where it's getting a 720p OLED screen. It's getting a larger screen by 8 inches, going from 10 inches, 6.2 to 7. And then it's getting 4K TV support. So if you guys don't have a Switch and you're interested, I would say wait it out until the holiday season, because why would you get a 6.2 inch
Yeah, there's no point.
when you could get a 7, bro? Why get a basic LED screen when you could get an OLED? Why get 1080p TV support when you could get 4K? Can you imagine playing Pokemon Legends in 4K? Well, I don't think it's really going to help, but it's still 4K.
Yeah, it still looks better.
Yeah, because, bro, the one thing about Pokemon games, they need a new developer, because those Legends as a concept is so dope. And then you see those graphics.
You know, I didn't really pay attention to Legends.
When we're done, bro, look up that trailer.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna have to.
just listen to what they're saying, and you're imagining. It's like, oh,
I know it's open world.
yes, bro, and it's the past Sinnoh. It's not present. It's the past, like samurai time, and you're just thinking about it. You're just like, oh man, I need to get the lube, or I need to get some Vaseline.
Whoa, this is after dark. Come on, man.
And then you open up your eyes.
You're just amazed.
That's one way to put it. Amazed at how disappointed I am.
But yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, yeah.
I looked into
Because you're
the
creating
other one, the other Pokemon, and they're
Brilliant.
making it more 3D.
Yes.
So I'm a little happy about that.
Well, the narrative of Legends is the fact you're creating the first Sinnoh Pokédex. That's the narrative of the game, which is
Okay.
yeah.
That's cool.
And the main legendary is Arceus, bro.
Yeah, I did see that. I did, and I'm actually pretty happy about that.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Arceus is God, quite literally, in the Pokemon universe.
Yeah.
Now moving to business, we've been
Wait. Quick second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I heard they switched the starters on Brilliant.
No, they switched stars for Legends. It's the same starters for Brilliant, but it's different for Legends. To where it's one starter from different regions.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
That was for Legends.
Okay, that was for Legend. Okay.
Now moving into business/finance, we're talking about GameStop mania. It continues. Just to give you an example of where it is without actually using the stock numbers for GameStop, I'm going to use a guy as an example, right?
Okay.
So a 25-year-old security guard invested $20,000 at the peak. Less than a week later, after he invested, his $20,000 was worth less than $5,000. Now, in the past week, or now the past 2 weeks, with GameStop's stock surging a little bit again, that same, it was like $4,500, is now nearly $10,000. So, in a matter of a month and a half, his $20,000 went down to $4,500, and now it's approaching $10,000 again. In stocks, that is unheard of / insanity.
Yeah, that's wild.
Let those numbers sink in, because
That's wild because you put 20,000 in,
less than $5,000 a week later,
you lost damn near 15,000 or more, a little bit more than 15,000.
over 75%.
That's why in what, a week you said?
In less than a week. And then in the past 2 weeks, that $4,500 has increased. It's, depending on the day, it's around $10,000 now. So it's more than doubled.
Yeah, but you still lost 10,000.
Yes, but this is coming down to perspective, like we discussed on other episodes. I guess it's better to only lose $10,000 than 15.
I guess.
Look on the bright side, bro. I'm a pessimistic, and I'm even when it comes to the stock market, you always have to look on the bright side, because when you look on the negative, it gets depressing real quick.
That is wild.
And this is another reason why I always say you never invest when everybody is investing in a certain company. You invest when it's calm, or even better yet, when people are selling. You invest when it's low, and then you sell when it's high. Now, okay, so now going to this photo, as you guys could see, this is a SpongeBob meme, and I found this on Twitter where millennials every time hedge funds short GameStop. So the shorters is the old man, and then the younger guy are the millennials, where he is saying,
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
and when I was going through Twitter and getting my information about the GameStop mania going on once again, I just thought this was a perfect meme to sum up what's going on.
I hate SpongeBob.
But it makes great memes.
Yeah, they have some great moments.
Okay, so now, guys, moving into the next genre of topics, we got science. So, quick thing, SpaceX Starship SN10 launched and landed successfully. So, progress for SpaceX. However, after a couple minutes of it being landed, it exploded due to methane leaks, supposedly. That's progress. So, a new test for Ocelopod smarts has reinforced how important it is for us humans to not underestimate other animals' intelligence. This cuttlefish has been put to a new version of the marshmallow test. Do you know what this is, bro?
What?
The marshmallow test.
No.
Okay, so it is basically...
Wait, when you put 2 in your mouth?
No.
No. Oh, got it.
It's a Stanford experiment where it's pretty straightforward. A child is placed in a room with a marshmallow. They are told if they can manage not to eat the marshmallow for 15 minutes,
I do know that test.
they'll get a second marshmallow and be allowed to eat both. So this is basically a simple test to identify if you're smart enough to know if you can wait a certain period of time, you will get something better or more in the process.
They did this on dogs.
They do?
Yep. It's a TikTok thing again.
TikTok. That company is doing its thing.
It is. It is.
It is. I did not know any of this.
It's all good. It's all good.
But I didn't know they do that with kids.
That's a fair point.
So,
Everybody's a test subject at the end of the day, right?
aren't we?
Okay, so this cuttlefish has been put to a new version of the marshmallow test where the results appear to demonstrate that there's something going on in these strange little brains that we did not know.
Strange little brain.
The whole point of this is the ability to delay gratification demonstrates cognitive abilities such as future planning, and it is originally conducted to study how human cognitive thoughts develop. What age a human is smart enough to delay gratification will determine when their cognitive abilities will develop. Now, the fascinating example is how different lifestyles in very different species can result in similar behaviors and cognitive abilities, but that does not mean that they're waiting for the same reasons. So for humans, we might wait because we know we're getting something extra or we're getting something better, but other animals like the cuttlefish, we can't determine why they passed this exam, this test, because we don't know exactly what's going on in their brains. There's a theory that they passed this just because of their environment. Whenever they go looking for food, they become vulnerable to other prey. So maybe they're waiting it out just to get the most food at once so they're less vulnerable for a longer period of time.
That makes sense.
This article, if you want to read it, is from Science Alert, where it gets more specific and explains basically what I just stated to you guys in much longer form. And gives examples too. Now moving into sports, I'm going to get the football thing out of the way. The only thing that I've really heard about, J.J. Watt has officially signed with the Arizona Cardinals. So my opinion is he did not really care about winning championships. He cared about that money because he got a 2-year, $31 million deal with $23 million guaranteed. So make your money Just don't give me that bullshit about championships. Hey, I'm all about the money now, bro. I don't give a fuck about championships. You know why? Especially in football, there's 52 men to a roster.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're freaking Tom Brady. If you are on the New York Jets, you ain't winning shit.
Just spitting the facts.
Yes. Now moving into basketball, I wanted to first say during the month of February, 2 highlights. Zion averaged 20 points per game in the paint alone.
Yeah.
Let that just sit in.
He gets in there so fucking easily. If you watch him play, he gets in there so easy.
Oh, he gets in there. Oh, yeah. Ladies, he gets It's the end of the episode. How many people
It's
are
not
watching?
right. You know, it's not right if we don't make it sexual.
Now, when it comes to the Greek Freak for the month of February, he averaged over 30 points per game, over 10 rebounds per game, and over 5 assists per game, where he specifically averaged 33 points in the past 7 games over the month of February. And this is the thing. This is the 4th time in his career where he went a month where he averaged those numbers, 30 plus, 10 plus, and 5 plus. That's tied for the 4th most in NBA history. He's only 26. Going on 27, and he's already 4th. So, for all the crap we give Giannis, by the way, if you look up his stats this year, it's basically identical to last year. I'm not saying he's going to win MVP, and I don't think he deserves to win MVP. Yeah. But we get into this mindset that because of Michael Jordan, a player has to lead, or the only sign of greatness is he's leading his team. Yet, when you consider the type of player Giannis is, the position he plays, the fact he does what
he does, the size he is,
you have to be a great player if you lead your team to 60-plus wins back-to-back years.
Yeah.
And unlike LeBron James, he doesn't have an AD, or at least for those 2 seasons, he did not have a player come anywhere close to AD. As good as Middleton is, he's no AD.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay, now going into the performances, and then Daniel's going to plug in with the All-Star information because they did announce the...
Oh, yeah, the lineups and stuff?
Yes.
I can do this.
The key performances since our past episode. Zion had a 34.6 assist, 8 rebound game going against the Greek Freak, where Greek Freak had 38 points and 10 rebounds. Devin posted 43, 5 assists, and 5 boards against the Wolves. LaMelo had another double-double, 24 points and 12 assists against the Kings, which, by the way, the Hornets are low-key in the playoff race.
Yeah.
They're currently in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
So, Michael Jordan, you finally picked a stud. Embiid had another 40-15 rebound game. He had 40 points, 19 rebounds against the Jazz. And if you remember, he had a career-high 50-point game last week. And if you watch the highlights, I would make the case that this was a even better performance considering he had more rebounds and it was against the Jazz. Harden, in his return to Houston, posted another triple-double for the season, 29 points, 14 assists, and 10 rebounds. By the way, if you guys didn't know, Harden's leading the league in assists, and it's really not even close.
Not close? What is it?
Bro, he's leading the league by, last time I checked, it was a whole 1.5 assists per game. And by the way, don't forget, he was not averaging a lot of assists for Houston. This has all come because of the Nets.
What is his assist?
Well, for this game, it was 14. And for
his average?
For the year, it's last time I checked, it was 11. But because of the past couple of games, it might have even upticked.
Hey, watching them play, man, they built chemistry pretty fast.
And the crazy part, I expected that with KD. The fact he's doing this with Kyrie.
It's not just Kyrie, though. The whole team.
No, but I'm saying the chemistry with Kyrie.
Yeah, definitely. And it's crazy. It's definitely crazy.
And, they're playing much better defense, so.
Yeah.
Both statistically and if you actually watch the intensity of the play. By the way, I just want to point this out since we're on Harden. The Nets went into the All-Star break 10-1. They won 10 of their past 11 games.
Yeah.
Curry had
picked it up.
Yeah. Curry had a game against the Blazers, easily scoring 35 points with only 5 3-pointers. Just 5 3-pointers for him is just another day in the office, quite literally.
Yeah.
And did you know about TJ McConnell? He's a guard for the Pacers, bro. He set an NBA record 9 steals in the first half alone.
Sheesh.
And by the end of the game, he finished with 16 points off of 8 for 8 shooting, 13 assists, and 10 steals.
That man was out here thieving.
Yes, and by the way, this was the 4th triple-double of that day, which set an NBA record for most triple-doubles in one single day.
Sheesh.
Yes.
Everybody balling.
And then that same night, Randall finished with 17 points, 7 assists, and 16 rebounds against the Pistons. And as of this moment, Randall is having a better season than any season Chris Bosh ever had. And Chris Bosh is a low-key Hall of Famer. Just to put the year Randall is having into perspective. And the Knicks, by the way, are in the playoffs with a winning record.
And Derrick Rose is putting up numbers.
And there's a lot of talk now about trades with them, be it Booker, be it Dame, as we were just talking about. There's rumors about Dame. I hope he stays with Portland, but I would understand. Sometimes it's only because of the environment, or it's only because of the location in terms of the housing and the market. Sometimes it's strictly financials.
Oh, yeah. Financial, yeah.
But not financials with the team. It's the financials with the money.
Yeah.
If you're a LeBron James, yes, you're that 1 in a billion, quite literally.
It doesn't matter where you go. The money's going to follow.
Yes. But when you are a Dame or those type of players, even a Russell, bro. Russell, you would think he could get endorsements anywhere. No, he can't. So there's multiple reasons why people want to play in big cities and in big entertainment hubs.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
I just want to use that as an example why Dame might, if he were to leave Portland, there is. And now more than ever, I really believe, fuck everything else. Make the money while you can, because you're not only making the money for yourself, you're doing it for your friends, your family, and the people below you in the past generations. Now moving into the All-Star, give me the lineup. By the way, once you give me the lineup, I want to give.
Are they playing now? They are playing now, aren't they?
No, they're playing Sunday, I thought.
Oh, yeah, Sunday. But it is, as we speak, it is All-Star weekend. So I'm going to give you guys a quick lineup of the All-Stars that are on Team Durant.
Yes. This is scary.
Durant is the captain of the team.
But he's not playing.
But he picked up Bradley Beal, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, his teammate, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, who actually got replaced, which I'm actually upset. He actually got replaced with Mike Conley.
But to be fair, Mike Conley this season has been balling.
Okay, I don't really pay attention to him because
There's a reason why the Jazz.
like he's a good player, but he just upsets me. That's all.
But there's a reason why the Jazz have been. It's not just because of Mitchell this year. He has been a major part for that.
Okay, Anthony Davis, who's actually not playing. Mm-hmm. James Harden, Zach LaVine, my boy, fucking finally.
Deserved.
Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle, Nikolai
Vucevic.
and Zion Williams. His first All-Star appearance.
By the way, I don't give
many more to come.
I don't give a fuck unless LeBron James goes balls deep. I don't see his team being the KD team, bro. Because read the LeBron James team. As good as it is, I'm not.
LeBron James team LeBron.
Includes LeBron.
He picked, includes LeBron. He picked Giannis Antetokounmpo, Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic, Nikolai Jokic, which is the Joker,
Yep.
Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard, though, can change this whole... He can change the whole shit. Him and Stephen Curry alone.
Well, the funny thing is, when I saw that lineup, I said the only chance LeBron James' team has is if Curry and Dame both put up 30+.
Yeah.
And they go 8 for 10 from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
But that is very possible.
His best friend, Chris Paul. The center, or the forward for the Pacers, D. Sabonis.
Yes.
And Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons alone is just a trash bucket. He's been balling, but
His defense
is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, his defense is amazing.
Okay, can I give you an interesting stat?
What's up?
Well, give your opinion. Who do you think is going to win?
I personally pick. I think it all to me. It's offense, so it's a lot of mix match on LeBron's team. He has the height.
But he also has the
He
most
also has the
defensive players.
shooting. He also has the most skilled. That's my thing. He has the most skilled on his team. It's
Now, to be fair, if Team LeBron has Curry or Dame go off, they could pull it through at the last second.
yeah.
But if there's no random out there performance, I'm going Team KD. Just because, as you said. Now, to be fair, if this was the NBA Finals, right?
Yeah.
And they're playing legit ball, both offensively and defensively, I would actually go Team LeBron. But the All-Star game and how it's normally played, I'm going Team KD.
Yeah, I'm going Team KD.
Okay.
But we shall see. We
And-
shall see.
An interesting fact to end this. Did you know that the very two last players picked were Gobert and Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah.
Talk about disrespect. And by the way, don't forget how the
He
Jazz...
said they actually talked about this. He said that
Mitchell?
LeBron. He said they picked him because it's just like playing a video game. He said you never actually go to Utah to pick. You never, like, even back in the day. He said even when he was playing basketball games back in the day, it doesn't matter if they had Moses Malone, John Stockton, and he said they just never played with
Karl Malone.
Yeah, Karl Malone. They never played with that Utah Jazz, so that's why they was last for him.
Yeah. And by the way, for LeBron James being the NBA genius he is, that was the dumbest thing he could have said. Because the combination of them losing that controversial game to the Sixers and this, do not be surprised if the Jazz come out the All-Star break 10-0,
shit. Yeah.
12-0. And by the way, who has the easiest record in the NBA for the second half? The Utah Jazz.
Yeah. Yeah. And not only that, he has to
forewarned.
worry about them.
And
Like,
LeBron is a smart man when it comes to marketing, but I don't know what he was even thinking of.
yeah.
You say this to the number one seed in the entire league with the easiest schedule, and they just had a bad loss on a controversial freaking foul to the Sixers, and you want to say that? Don't be. All I'm saying, I'm not predicting. I'm saying don't be surprised.
Yeah.
And that's all I gotta say, guys. I had a great episode. It was a lot of everything, everywhere, like the universe itself, like air, oxygen, life.
Life.
I don't know why I went there. I felt this was actually a very productive and efficient episode, so I'm feeling good.
As he said, and just on that note, guys, we're going to give you the 5 Rhino Trasta. So, number 1, make sure you like this video. Number 2, subscribe. Number 3, make sure you hit that bell, ring-a-ding-ding, so you can get all of our notifications. Or number 4, make sure you share on every social media because we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So, make sure you follow us and add us. Make sure you do all of that. Charity with your friends, your mama, your dad, your dog, your hamster, all of that. And number
Everything.
5, everything and anything.
Yes.
Number 5, make sure you comment on anything that we talked about. If we need corrections,
Correct us.
if we have any problems that we talked about,
Let us know.
easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you just having a good day, comment below and say you're having a good day. And feedback, man. Just feedback, man. But on that note, guys,
LOPH.
cadoodle. Just a friendly reminder, guys. Hit the subscribe button in this corner. And then for the newest video. Then for the most recommended. And then for our famous dick pic.